There you are. You're showing up. Good to see you. Um, how y'all doing? Um, man, I am banged up right now. um, what a weekend. Uh, if you were at the gathering last night, you knew how punchy we were last night when we finished our our 10 hours of playing. And woke up in New Hampshire, drove back to Boston to drop off the bandies, and then hit the studio with Josh. It's been a good day. Today we've been working on piano stuff, and I'm gonna play slash practice those songs for you. There's 4 songs that have piano that we're working on for the next album, and I'm psyched to share them with you tonight. This is a beautiful instrument, and actually some of you might have been here when we did another we've done a couple gatherings here, haven't we? We did one weeks ago after I played in Acton, a little solo concert, and we came into this room. I was in a different direction, and then the other night after singing, I think it was Thursday night, after singing a bunch of vocal stuff, we gathered in what they call the B room, which is a little small room over there. So Josh and I have spent the day working on stuff, and we got miles to go still. I think we got 2 down, we're pretty happy with, and then 2 more to go. So it might end up being a late night. I am a slow tracker on the piano. But we're getting good stuff, and it's fun to be here. It's fun to be making music. I thought, though, that I would just warm us all up before getting to the piano. And there were a couple songs from this weekend, this awesome weekend at Tupelo Music Hall. 4 shows with my bandies, and there were some songs that just stand out in my memory. I've got a lot of memories from those 4 shows, like highlights and lowlights. But this was one of them from the first show, I believe. This is all right today. We will be all right today. We be all right today. Yeah. Tomorrow is rising up. Yesterday we'll fall, and we are together now in the midst of it all, and we will be alright today. We will be alright today. Yeah. You know I cannot let this moment pass without calling out to the moon and the stars about how lucky I believe we are, and we'll be alright today. We'll be alright today. All our dreams and limitations, all our failures and celebrations, together rise, together we'll rise and fall. All our doubt and inspiration, all our darkness and elation, together rise together, rise together. We will be alright today. We we'll be alright today. We'll be alright today. We'll be alright today. Nah, nah. All right. So yeah, it was good having Alex on that drum set again, man. He is such a monster player, and for all of our live gatherings, he's playing hand percussion for the most part. He's sitting down on a box and playing the box, and just letting him stretch out and play the kit was a treat. And that is one of my favorite new songs that he plays drums on, and one of the contenders for the next album that we're working on in the studio right now. Should we play piano song? I mean, we're here to play piano. That's what I'm doing today. And now the only thing I'm a little worried about is that this is a grand piano. Okay, it is the piano that I play at home is a baby grand piano. It's smaller than this, right? And I usually play it. You can see how you can look in here, right? That's because the piano is opened up right now. So it is opened, big, giant, beautiful sound. It is an incredible instrument and a joy to be playing, but it is loud and my voice is shot. So I'm going to try to project while I'm sharing these piano songs with you. And I hope you can hear, and I'll try not to play too loud. I mean, I want to, I want to just... I can't play that loud though. And it actually doesn't even, the songs, I mean, I like banging things hard because it makes me feel good and it's visceral, but it actually is not the best way to get the best tone out of the instrument. The theme for today is, playing these songs especially, right? And this is my, and we laughed about it, Josh and I, right? 9 times out of 10, if I'm struggling on something, the key for me is to try less hard. Usually I'm struggling because I'm trying too hard to be good, and if I can learn these lessons again and again, that sometimes just trusting in the stuff inside and not trying so hard, it actually makes everything work better. That's the case for music for me, but it's also kind of the case in life for me too. So I learn and relearn these lessons for myself every single day that I get to play music. And that's one of the reasons why I love it so much, It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm drunk at the bar. She comes and sits down beside me. Says, boy, I don't know how lucky you are. I got a place round the corner. We can go to your car. I could take you to heaven. It don't cost much to see God. But this emptiness inside us couldn't easily divide us. But if we hold each other now, mercy and kindness just may remind us to hold each other now. When you're tired of the table on which your life is at stake, when your heart's lost its rhythm, when you owe more than you make, when you're holding it together but your grip is starting to break, yeah, come and sit down beside me. We'll drink one to our mistakes. Where there's emptiness inside us and easily divide us. But if we hold each other now, mercy and kindness just may remind us to hold each other now. Hold each other. Hold each other. I know when it's raining, like I know when I'm alone. We stumble through lines, just like I'm about to stumble on home. I gave that woman a 50, told her to take it and go, and I hope where she's headed, it's mercy she knows. Where there's emptiness inside us could easily divide us. But if we hold each other now, mercy and kindness just may remind us to hold each other now. Emptiness inside us. Hold each other now. Mercy and kindness. this feels this feels like a surreal gathering to me because thank you for the claps. Um, it feels surreal to me. I don't know if this happens to you. Um, if there's something in your life that you do that after doing it for a period of time, a length of time, your brain just gets really mushy, right? Happens to me. Uh, it happens to me when, man, if I ever have to like go to a mall for some reason to get something, right? If I'm in that mall for more than like half an hour, I walk out of there and I am just exhausted, like unreasonably exhausted. Like I could walk 5 times that amount of distance right outside and finish my walk and feel good. Not so much, it's just I don't know, it's like the sensory input or something, I feel that way. I feel that way after going to a museum. Complete exhaustion, legs, body, brain. Most of you probably won't relate to this, but back in the day when I used to play bridge tournaments with my Aunt Flo, man, that is a lot of thinking, intense thinking. And those tournaments, you're playing for like 4 hours. And I would finish, ooh. That's what it's like in the studio. Most musicians, I think, would tell you that. After some number of hours, just the intensity of concentration, right? Not only are you trying to perform well, but you are trying to lay something down that is going to last forever. And so not only are you focused, but you also have to be in a place where you can express properly the song, right? Like, because songs are they're just a piece of being human, right? And so the more a performer can be in that space, live in that space, and be expressing what the song's expressing, the more powerful that performance will become. There's an intangible thing that I believe gets across, and man, being in the studio also really, really, you cannot hide from the things that you are not good at. You cannot hide from your weaknesses. It is like a 360-degree mirror. Everything that you do is being recorded by pristine microphones on nice instruments, and if your fingers aren't playing perfectly or you're going to hear every single thing, right? And I sing a lot, so when we record vocals, it's okay. I can kind of go in there, and that's what I do, right? Sometimes my voice is in better form. My voice is a little shot now, but even if we were in the studio and we needed to track some vocals today, I could figure out a way to make it sound good. I'd be more raspy than usual, but I'd be confident in doing it because I've done it a million times at this point. Recording piano, oh my Lord, I am not a good piano player. And don't get me wrong, I like the way this sounds. It just, we do a lot of takes on these piano parts to make them sound okay. And it's funny too, because right, Josh Gold, for those of you that don't know, is our producer, and also my cousin, and also has played in my band for over a decade. He is not on our road squad anymore, but man, he's an incredible piano player. So there's another irony there, that he can play all these songs much better than me. Woo. But there's also, again, I believe, an intangible thing that gets expressed when you are playing a song and emoting a song. And even though he knows how to hit these keys and much better than me, it sounds a little different. And I want, when you all listen to this album, I want it to feel, and I want it to feel like me. Now, that said, there may be parts on this album that Josh will play, and I won't. I'm sure there will be a bunch of parts. There have been parts on albums in the past where there have been guitar parts that I haven't played, and that's okay too. There are no real rules. It's just making art, right? Okay, I'm gonna play another. So I'm also self-conscious about my piano playing because I'm just, when I play, and I've talked about this a little bit, right? My kind of writing style, right, is to change. Is if I'm in a key, if I'm in the key of C, my right hand will play some form of a C chord, right? And then if I want to change chords, oftentimes what I'll do is I'll let my right hand be a drone, meaning it can just play the same parts. In that last song, Hold Each Other Now, it's in G, right? So I play a simple chord, and then I change the chords with my left hand. It's just a trick. It's not even really playing, no piano player would, that's not true. But, a piano player would probably take a very different approach to writing and creating piano arrangements, right? But all that is right? And if I wanted to go somewhere else, if I want to get really fancy, I'll do something like this. If I want to switch to a chorus and I want to uplift that chorus and give it more energy and feel, instead of playing here, I change it to be playing up here. Easy peasy. And even though it's easy, it's hard to express the song, right? And just lock it in with Alex's drum playing and Poche's bass playing and Karina's fiddling and make it say the things I want it to say, I'm better at doing that on this instrument a little bit. This is also strange because I usually have fake fingernails on this hand to finger pick. And that's cool. I love doing that. But over years and years of doing it, I glue nails onto my fingers. Or lately I've been very awkwardly walking into nail salons and having them put acrylic, really heavy, hard, awesome acrylic on these fingers. And I will get some strange looks, both from clients and employees there, but that has been really fun. But anyways, I pulled off the nails because when I play the piano and I have these nails, there's a little click, click, click that you hear. You hear my nail on the, so I wanted it for this day. So I don't have these. So I'm going to play, this was another favorite memory of this weekend. I can't remember when we played, I think we played it on the Sunday night show. It was the first time my bandies had played the song on a stage in their full setup. And they were just kind of improvising their parts. And it sounded so good. And it's usually a finger picky song. But I'm gonna try and use this flat pick just because these guys are a little tender. My nails underneath, because of the glue, are really like paper thin. They're like kind of destroyed, unfortunately. I'm talking a lot, aren't I? That's what happens when I'm exhausted. Sorry. We will spin through cities and oceans, around farms and coasts, the hidden corners and folds. I'll hold you when your heart is racing. The storm will chase and no one else could see. That's the way you dance with me. In the moments when I've lost my courage, when I'm torn and discouraged, when I'm bruised and cut, you'll be there, you will be my compass. You will hold your thumb against the bleed. That's the way you dance with me. Rest can walk and run. They can fly, they can stroll. They can glide, they can roll. Through all our miles to come, we'll be dancing as we go. When our love spins into autumn, when the years come tumbling, when our hair turns gray, I'll be as spellbound as the day I fell. Through my eyes' reflection, you will see. I love the way you dance with me. I love the way you dance with me. That's the way you dance with me. So what I was saying, and I got distracted, which happens when I talk too much. I will start in one direction and I'll end up in a different direction. I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna play a piano song and then I'm gonna play a guitar song, because I am self-conscious about my inability to vary my arrangement stylistically on the piano, right? And so if there is the drone thing happening, oh, thanks for all the claps. It's so nice. It's nice when I have a screen and I can actually kind of like see you all a little bit. It's like hanging out. But if I'm just doing this, basically, right? That's hold each other now. This is the second song we recorded today, and it's called Tightrope Walker. And instead of, right, this one is, it's a different song. It's a very different song, and it's expressing a different thing to me. But I like to mix it up with, we'll give our ears a break. We'll go to the guitar. We'll come on back. We played this song on a whirly, on a vintage. Let me see. I am not sure. I'm not sure we can do this, but let me see. Let me see if we can. Okay, and you'll kind of see how nasty and messy this. I don't know if this turns very well. Oh boy, this could be just a terrible idea. Okay, coming around. So that right there is called a Wurlitzer, and it is an old school electric piano, and it's got a different kind of a. Hear that? Now that is actually not a super accurate reflection of what this song ended up sounding like, because what we do, this is kind of interesting. I hope it's interesting. I hope this stuff is interesting for you guys. What we do is, you'll see actually here, so that you'll see this really nasty blanket kind of wall behind the whirly, right? And if anyone no one really calls those things Wurlitzers, they call them whirlies, right? So behind that, there's like a little half wall with a nasty looking blanket over it, right? And on the other side is a guitar amp that is mic'd up with really nice microphones. I wonder if I can show you. Hi. Let me see. Here we go. Hold on a second. Oh my God. All right. You probably still can't see, can you? Okay, here we go. Ready? I'm going to lift you up and over so you can see what that amp looks like. Okay, coming up and over. This is weird. See that? That's an old vintage Fender Princeton, I think, and there it is. And you can see a couple mic stands sticking in. So this piano down here is actually making sound out of there, and those two microphones coming back. Oh man, I'm destroying our setup. Those two microphones both have different qualities to them, and so we will record onto two tracks, two microphones. They'll both be picking up the same thing, but they'll have a different sound to them. And so when we are then get our final sound from the whirly and our final track from the whirly, we will then decide, right, do we like this microphone sound better? Do we like this microphone sound better, right? But it's not even that simple, right? Because we will, we will take the two microphone sounds, and if we like both of those sounds, what we might do, right, is smush them together and make a sound that's a combination of those two microphones, right? And then what we might do even is take our two microphone sounds and pan them to the right and to the left a little bit, or maybe we'll pan one in the center and one up on the right, right? So when you're listening in your earbuds or on speakers, right, you'll get a little bit of a different tone quality from the two microphones. It's the same part, but it's on two different microphones. And so, and each microphone has a different quality. So when you're listening, you can actually feel spatial dimensionality in the song. You can feel something coming from over here, you can feel something coming from over there. And these are the subtle things that happen in all mixes, most songs that you listen to have that kind of trickery happening. And it's also one of the ways that we make our harmonies sound good in a recording. We will take the lead vocal and we'll put it right down the middle, right? And then maybe we'll take one of the harmonies and we'll put it off to the side a little bit. And then we'll maybe take the other harmony and we'll put it off to the side a little bit. And when you do that, instead of sounding like a bunch of harmonies, they start to sound, you can hear the expression of each voice. And sometimes we don't want that, so we'll stick all the harmonies together so they'll blend and they'll sound like one instrument. All the kind of things that you can do in the studio. All right. I really am talking a lot today. Closing my eyes, I'm dreaming of someplace instead of torn up and lost in the sky. And everyone loves a good make or break story. Here I am, no place to hide. And I don't look down. Think about falling, the ground will start calling. I don't look down. There it is. In a world of big talkers, make way for the tightrope walker. Hey, my neighbor's out smoking a Joe on the curb, talking about Fenway last night. Reminds me of all of my friends in our stories, the best ones packed full of lies. And I don't look down. Start calling. I don't look down. In a world of big talkers make way. I lie to myself. I lie to myself. I know what this looks like. This tumbling. Lie to myself. I need to little bit longer. Someday I'll look back on all of my failures, the lessons I should have learned. I hope that the mirror says the scars on my face are signs of things I have earned. And I don't look down. If I think about falling, the ground will start calling. Don't look down. In a world of big talkers make way. I don't look down. Calling, I don't look down. In a world of big talkers make way for the tightrope walker. Hey, hey, hey. like that song. We got to play that song at Tupelo this weekend with my band. Now, it is so interesting to me, at least, in the studio, creating arrangements for a band versus solo. For instance, there was a double chorus at the end of that song, right? The chorus is the part that goes, right? That goes, don't look down if you think about falling, the ground will start calling. So there's a double chorus at the end, right? And it happens after what's called a broken down verse, right? Someday I'll look back on all of my failures, the lessons I should have learned. Hope that the mirror says the scars on my face are signs of things I have earned. All right, and that's like I hope that the mirror says the scars on my face are the signs of the things I have earned. That's like me saying, right? I hope that I've lived a life worth living when it's all said and done. And that is like a reflective moment. So I wanted to go into a chorus, but I wanted it to be a soft chorus. Right? So when I was performing it for you, and it's just me and this piano, and it's just us, right? I took us out of time instead of being in time, right? I went right, and I don't look down if you think about falling, the ground will start calling, right? And that was my way of helping deliver that kind of and communicate that reflection, that self-reflection, right? With the band in our arrangement, we don't do that, but we have arranged a different way to self-reflect, and I love the way we do it. It was an idea that Karina came up with. She is playing an accordion on this song, and on that first of the two choruses, she plays this, and I don't look down. She's playing boom bop bum boom bop bum boom bop bum boom bop bum boom bop boom bop bum boom bop bum boom on the accordion, and it sounds like, right? It sounds like the sound of like being under like a tent at a fair or a carnival, right? And it just totally puts me into the metaphor of the tightrope walker. Super cool. So many different ways to communicate a song's soul, right? Man, I can't switch back and forth between guitar and piano because I've been talking too much, and so we just got to keep playing piano songs. I hope it's okay. Have not recorded this one yet, but we started playing it with the band this weekend. We started arranging it and playing it, and man, it's going to be such a fun recording. This is Devil's Kiss, and so when we're finished tonight, this is one of the ones, when we're finished with our gathering, this is one of the ones we're going to record. And I'm going to record this song on that whirly too, and we're going to give it a lot of crunch. All right, here we go. Ain't gonna pull down my mask to take a shot from a stranger's flask. You can lace it so the pleasure lasts. Might as well chase it with the shotgun blast. They die quick in the city I abandoned. Heal up, hide out in the canyon. No better than to trust the man. Spending my money on another fake tan. It's your love I'm breathing. Wish I must have been leaving. Yeah, I was there when I made your list. Cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling. Like a rest I'm falling. I can't run, I cannot resist. Cut down by the devil's kiss. Don't forget, I am not a forgiver. Where was the plan while you were watching us shiver? It's a bad hand and it won't be delivered by the man who says, son, double down on the river. You know it's bad when the lungs get thick. Tears down the tenements brick by brick. I'd rather drive with the drunk ditch digger with his foot on the gas and his hand on the trigger. It's your love I'm breathing, which I was up and leaving. Yeah, I was there when I made your list. Cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling. Like the rest I'm falling. I can't kiss, pinned down by the devil's kiss, and the candle burns low like a dancer, and the profiteer vandals lurk like a cancer. It's a scandal beyond belief, man, to see what the devil sees. People either preach loud like a scholar or hold signs fists up like a brawler. I know better than to listen to the caller standing on the box just to call himself taller. The party's over when you get the bill. Look down on the floor at the blood you spilled, bending the truth in a real-time thriller, watching the news just to face my killer. It's your love I'm breathing, wish I was believing. Yeah, I was there when I made your list, cut down by the devil's kiss. But your love keeps calling, like the rest I'm falling. I can't run, I cannot resist, cut down by the devil's kiss. Ain't gonna pull down my mask to take a shot from a stranger's flask. You can lace it so the pleasure lasts, might as well chase it with the shotgun blast. I am so excited for that song. I am really excited for that song. The band is going to take all that energy, right, in that tune, and they are just going to rock it. And I can't wait for that. I'm excited for a lot of things these days when it comes to our music and my songs and all of us as a community, but that song is definitely like top 5 right now. I mean, talk to me next week. I might hate the song. No. Okay. Man, we're running short on time, aren't we? Man, it goes quick. It might not go quick for you all. You've had to listen to me talk for an hour. I apologize. I know, I don't have to apologize, and a lot of you enjoy it. I know. All right. For those of you who have ever had someone in your life who you love, who has struggled with addiction, maybe you will connect with this song. It is one that we're working on in the studio that we have not really worked out as a band before, which is always dangerous because when I work a song out with the band, we find different ways of playing it and expressing it as a team. It is challenging to do that in the studio in pieces, right? It is a different kind of, I mean, some bands, that's what they do. They'll come into the studio and they'll figure out the songs, play the songs, and then those are the arrangements of the songs. And they go out and tour the songs, and that's their process, right? Some bands will go into the studio and they won't have even written the songs yet. They'll write the songs and work out the songs and play the songs in the studio together. For me, the best process I've felt has been to have a song finished or mostly finished, bring it to the band, and then play that song out 50, 100 times over the course of a year or two, and really understand that song back and forth, right? Know exactly how I want to express the song, how we want to express the song. And then when we go into the studio, we kind of know our parts and we play our parts, and some things may work and some may not. We may need to change some things. We may want to add a bunch of things, but I have this expression, where the song lives. I know where the song lives, right? And we know the song is going to live in this space where Alex is doing this kind of a groove and Poche is playing bass kind of like this, and the fiddle is going to play this role in expressing some element of what the song is trying to say, right? And we kind of know those things. When we go into the studio and we haven't worked all that stuff out, sometimes the recordings can come out amazing and great, but chances are that 2 years from now, I'm gonna say, oh man, I wish I love the way we play it now more than the way we played it 2 years ago when we were in the studio. We didn't own that song yet. We didn't really know what we were doing. We needed to play it out. We needed to really feel it deep as a team, as a band. But I love this song, and it's been a contender for years, and I want to record it. I'm just stubbornly wanting to record it because it means something to me. And so we're going to just see what happens. And you know what? If we don't like it, we can re-record it. We did that with You Speak Girl on the last album, on Hurricane Wind. We recorded You Speak Girl, and we kind of produced it, and we were figuring it out in the studio, and it sounded okay. It was fine, but it wasn't really quite doing the thing that I wanted it to do. And so we're re-recording it right now, the way that now that we own the song, we know how we want it to sound and play, you know? It's called All This Time. Could have been something lit on fire. Could have had love, could have had lightning under your glove. Don't it all slip by? Could have held oceans right in your hand. Man, you could ride, could have turned endless, lifting the tides. Don't it all slip by? If you never try, but you still have time to start again, stronger than you've ever been. You still have me, you never knew. All this time, still believe in you. You could be summer, fly like the rain. You could drive fast, glide like a bullet, feeling no pain. Don't it all slip by? Maybe it's fate. You could be all of our heroes, come to our rescue. You could be great. Don't it all slip by? If you never try, but you still have time to start again, stronger than you've ever been. Start tonight, come on, whoa. So start tonight, come on, whoa. So start tonight, come on, whoa. So start tonight, come on, whoa. But you still have time to start again, stronger than you've ever been. You still had me, you never knew. Sorry, I get carried away on that song every time I play it, and I bang on the keys too loud. But man, I really like that song. Yeah. Thank you for the claps. I had a whole list of songs I was going to play for you tonight during our hour. Man, did I blow it. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the wind at our back. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready. Carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the rain. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to a ride in good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we had. For these moments pass lightly, won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly, right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one to me. Let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us. And all that we see is to us in the air that we breathe. Here's to around good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow. Let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we share. Ah, here's to the drink that we share. Thanks to my friends at Rally Sound and Adam Ezra Group for helping chaperone us. Thanks, gatherers. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for each other. And I will see you tomorrow.